my god! Oh my god! What the heck? Jesus! Good bit, thank you. I saw an opportunity, I went with it, okay? Thank you for subscription for 25 Montherinos. Much appreciated, McCallum and Potato. Welcome back to the bag, buddy. Enjoy your emoticons. And now I'm poor. Now I'm poor again. God damn it. Jesus Christ, 2 years. Yeah, time flies when you're having fun, huh? Time flies when you're wealthy, and I need a hobby. This is a hobby. What do you mean? This is the hobby.
So strong. She is not giving up.
I like the implication that this is work. You're like, oh my god, I've been working too much. Saturday starts working at a grocery store as a hobby. He's like, oh, I got a new hobby. The Dusty Rises. I just imagine someone seeing like a clip like that. It just be, I mean, clip farm, just be freaking out over Dusty. They're like, why is that guy so upset? What the hell? Wow, Saturn, thank you so much for gifting.
Endaline gifted a tier 1 subscription to Dusty.
What? Saturn, you sick freak! Just imagine that, like, out of context, just randomly shows up in some stream, like, what the hell? Why is he yelling at Sergeant? My favorite hobby, making money. Yeah, that's a pretty good hobby. That is a pretty good hobby.
My father.
Out of context, let's start the best.
Tried to protect her.
Like the president of Ducey, yeah, to Ducey.
I miss her.
Just for record, Sergeant, you might have escaped Elden Ring spoilers, but you're not escaping just me complaining about Hellblade 2. It's like a Iroquois word? What does this mean? What the hell is this? Any member of the North American Indian tribe? Sure, okay, sure. This game looks pretty insanely good. Good damn. Graphically, no one has anything to this game, I don't think. Well, I think Alan Wake 2 maybe, but my nephew's actively spoiling the DLC in my WhatsApp. I would throw your nephew out of a window. Yeah, the game looks really good. Graphically, not my problem with the game at all. Some other stuff though.
I miss all of them.
Yeah, you have a photo mode and you can like take a little gander around. I mean definitely some really high like graphical fidelity. His bedroom has no windows, lucky bastard. Well, just throw him in general then. I'm trying to move the camera up. Oh, there we go. And I mean, they really like detailed the landscape too. The only oh, look at that puddle, dude. That's a good looking puddle. The only problem I have with it is just they have these really detailed landscapes that, oh, dude, those footprints. That's really cool. They have these really detailed landscapes, but they feel a little bit shallow just because of the because of how linear they are. Like, it feels very video gamey.
She left them. She lost them.
I was spoiled by Fextra's edit changelogs. I was looking up Neo 2 stuff. Ah, that sucks, dude. I just briefly I saw someone mention some patch notes that they're adding in a like Elden Ring now has a, this is for all games, so Elden Ring now has like a recently picked up tab, and all items you haven't checked out have like an exclamation mark. Huge for lore playthroughs. Huge. That's a boss weapon, I guess, so that sucks. I mean, I'm sure I'm probably gonna get spoiled, and I'm not gonna care too much about it, you know, like, if it happens, it happens, but I do hope to get like a relatively spoiler-free playthrough of the game. Okay, so according to this, we have 1, 2, 3, 4 runes left. I was gonna say something about it might be
The
spoiler
outlaw Grettir
adjacent.
fled to the island of Drangi. His enemies knew he was there, but he was still so strong and fierce, nobody could shift him. Thorbjorn, first among his
Thorbjorn?
foe, sent his foster mother to see Grettir. She was a Seithkona and very wily. She enchanted a tree branch and sent it to wash up on Drangi. Grettir tried to cut it up for firewood, but his axe flew back and struck him in the leg. The wound blackened and festered. And Grettir feared his time was close.
I acknowledge my self-restraint. Hey, listen, I appreciate your self-restraint. Jace really wants to spoil the Oxo 7 for me. He really wants to. Keep saying like, oh, I want to say something. I don't know if it's a spoiler or not, but oh. I wanted to mention how they brought something amazing from Dark Souls 2. No spoilers. I mean, Uber titled on Dark Souls 6. Yeah, you've been a pretty good boy. I'm not gonna lie, like, for like, I don't necessarily care too much about spoilers. For me, one of the things that annoys me about spoilers is just that people spoil me. You know what I mean? it's not necessarily the spoilers themselves. It's just like how unnecessary it is sometimes. That's like the only thing that gets me sometimes. It's not like I don't like being spoiled, so I don't spoil other people. Yeah, I mean, I always prefer going into games like not knowing much, right? Which is a sentiment a lot of people can share. For me, the big thing is just sometimes people spoil things so casual. I'm just like, why? Like, what's the point of that? Because also the spoiler is harmful. It's just like the act of doing it. I'm just like, it's just also like unnecessary. It's like when you were in school. So most people, I assume most people are like your friends might like punch in the shoulder or something, and they wouldn't punch you hard. They would just punch in the shoulder, and then we just kind of keep doing that, and eventually you just like flip off because she's like, can you like what's the point of this? Like you're hitting. It's hard enough to be painful, but not to like actually damage me. Like put them in the same column as backseaters. They want to flex knowing something. Oh, I don't know. I think a lot of people have spoiled things, and I mean, I've spoiled things to people. I'm sure people in chat have spoiled things to people. I think a lot of times it's just accidental, and a lot of times like different thresholds for spoilers, right? Something could be a spoiler to me, not a spoiler to you, stuff like that. I don't think it's malicious 99% of the time. I think a lot of times it just kind of slips out. It's just something you're not thinking about at the time. And I think a lot of backseaters just want to help too. Get too excited and spill sorry, yeah. And sometimes it's just something you don't think about, right? You're like, you don't think about how something might... That's what happens to me most of the time. I didn't really consider how that might be a spoiler. I said something like, wait a second, oh, that's a huge spoiler. I didn't think about that. Because it's one of those, like, a lot of spoilers are like, they don't feel spoilery in your head, but then you say them, you're like, oh, ay, ooh. And you don't necessarily want to, like... You don't want to create a community where people are, like, weird to, like... When Jace asked me about how the homeless money bags, I started sweating. You don't want to say something that you don't want people to like be walking on eggshells either, right? Like you want people to feel like they can talk without being like, is this a spoiler? Is this a spoiler? Is this a spoiler? Right? So I mean, there has to be a balance there too. I'm okay with people accidentally spoiling things as long as the upload doesn't stop, but I've had people go, isn't real spoiler, bro. And I'm like, well, my brother in Christ, you don't get to decide what is a spoiler in my stream. What the Sigma? Sigma? Sigussi? Yeah, and I mean that's also completely fair, right? Like I don't expect everyone to be on the same page for the spoiler. I accept way more spoilers than I would have accepted if I wasn't streaming. Because like I said, I'm streaming a game. There are people in chat. You guys want to say things about the games. Some stuff I might not want to hear, but ultimately that's my sacrifice, right? The sacrifice is I'm broadcasting the game. It just annoys me if they apologize. Yeah, it's cool. Just to start arguing. Yeah, I completely agree. That happened to me with Elden Ring. With Elden Ring, when some dude was like, I defeated the boss. And I was like, oh, now we can go fight the next boss, and then he like named the boss. And I was like, what's the point of that? And he was like, oh, that's not really a spoiler. I was like, all right, man. It was like a first time chatter too. He just came in to spoil the game, argued. I was like, okay, I don't want to deal with this. Yeah, first, like, if that was someone else, like, not a first message, I would be like, okay, like, please don't do that again, like, you know, whatever, I don't want to argue about it. But if it's like your first message in chat is a spoiler, and then second message is like defending the spoiler, it's like, okay, I don't want to deal with this. This is too much for me.
We used to have an easier passage up, but we don't have the
Used be a
tools to make
happy
repairs.
place. I can feel it.
They built this. They made a place.
Can you climb this?
Yeah.
Astrid had climbed.
It's a hard subject, right? Like I said, it's like a lot of people consider different things spoilers. Personally, when I stream games, my threshold for spoilers is more drawn back. Like, I'm okay with people mentioning things that might be a little bit casually spoilery. Like, I would prefer not, but I'm not gonna complain about it or argue about it. Like, I'm just gonna have like a brain shift for that, where I'm like, okay, I have to enjoy the game for what it is. My only issue is not knowing the statute of limitations on spoilers. I don't think there's any statute of limitations. Now you can access Noxtella by doing a quest with the NPC you haven't met yet. Yeah. Honestly, I think worse than that is when people are like, you should go back to that place again. And I'm like, oh, okay, I should go back there. I bet something's happening there. Huh? Like, you should go there right now. I'm like, oh, I should go back to the place I would have gone to anyway. Like, yes, go back there right now. It's like, oh, okay. Someone got mad at me once because I said Escobar didn't survive the end of Narcos. It's funny that you bring that up, because that is a spoiler that upset me too. that is a spoiler that upset me personally too. But it's also one of those things that like that you can't like can you be upset about that? Like, not really, right? I also feel like asking if the streamer wants to know something before saying it should be a common thing. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, and I think people are overall really good at that in my community, at least. And I mean, I don't see you get spoiled a lot necessarily in that regard too. Here's my take on statute of limited spoilers. I don't think there's a statute of limited spoilers. I think there's way too much things out there for any person to know realistically, both historical and in terms of like fiction. There's too much stuff, right? There's no way for anyone to consume everything. So if I'm trying to enjoy something, like no one should spoil anything just to spoil it, right? Like, if you say like, oh yeah, Caesar was stabbed, by the way, it's like, okay, that's history, right? But if I say, oh, I'm watching Rome right now, and I don't know a lot about Roman history, and you're like, oh yeah, well, Caesar gets stabbed, by the way, you're like, okay, maybe you should have like kind of let me enjoy the show and learn things through the show instead of like telling me just because it's history, right? But like his historical spoilers are a little bit weird, right? That's something pretty important you missed in an earlier area. You'll probably not go back to want to know. Yeah, that's a good one. Yeah, that's the type of spoilers I like for streaming. When people are like, where I'm like, I'm never coming back to this area. Please just tell me what the fuck to do. I just no longer offer tips. Life has been peaceful ever since. If the streamer asks for help, I tell them to suck it up and get good. I love the I love this, and I feel like I've seen Motis relate to this too. I love how it is as streamers, like when I genuinely want help, and I'm like, guys, I am stuck. Help me, please help me. Chat, tumbleweeds, not anything. When I'm trying to figure out a puzzle, chat, do this, do that, jump into this thing. Oh, jump up there. Look over there. Is there anything over there? Go back here. Oh, pick that thing up over there. Like, I'm like, please spoil, guys. I need to know this. I can't proceed. I have to go Google if you don't tell me. Unless you tell me this, I have to go Google. Nothing. So I'm like, guys, don't tell me anything. I'm gonna figure this one out myself. Chat is just like the most active it's ever been. Everyone's like trying to tell me what to do. Yeah, that would be my that would be my opinion on like statute of limitation for spoilers. My opinion is there is no statute of limitations. Just they're like. There are some universal spoilers out there. If they get spoiled, they happen. If they, if those sort of things get spoiled, they happen. That sucks. But we have to be okay with some universal things being spoiled. Unfortunately, that's just how it is. But I think intentionally spoiling something because it's old is stupid, right? Like if I'm like, oh guys, I'm watching Star Wars. There is no trilogy for the first time. I've never watched any Star Wars before. I know nothing about it, and then someone's like, oh, just wait until you find out that Darth Vader is Luke's father. It's like, okay, well, like fuck you, I guess. Right? It's like. It's one thing that Luke, I'm your father is such a cultural thing that like 99% of people know about it, that it's like okay to spoil it, right? Because of that. It's another thing to purposefully spoil it because it's old to a person that's watching it. And that's kind of just my standpoint. Like, I don't think it's okay to spoil old things because they're old, but I think like we have to be able to communicate with each other about art, right? Unfortunately, and about history. We can't be like, I can't ask you every time like, have you seen this movie? Have you done this? Have you read about the fall of Rome? Do you know what happened at the end of World War II? Right? And we can't have talks if we have to do that all the time. As I'm asking, I just go, I kind of want to Google this, but I don't want to make it a bit more passive way to ask for help. I go, please, guys, help me, please, I'm stuck, please. I'm going to spoil the Passion of the Christ on Saturday, be warned. 5 more minutes. Kind of want to, but don't want to. Okay, I wonder, I worded that weird, but you get the idea, yeah. No help. Please, spoil, please. Yeah, that's pretty much where I'm at. I think don't spoil things about things for people that are doing the thing. Like when you talk about the Pablo Escobar thing, like I wasn't necessarily sure what happened to Pablo Escobar. I had some general idea because I've read about it, but I think that got spoiled by someone when I was like talking about the show. I was like, oh, I really like the show, and then they were like spoiler, and I was like, oh, okay, I didn't know that was gonna happen. They were like, oh well, there you go. And it's like, is that a big deal? No, not really. Like it's a historical thing. Solution get good. Hello, Cash. I think turning off Shadowplay made me able to watch Twitch. Shadowplay? Wait, do you think there's something wrong with the like 3D dye or whatever on your thing?
Any bags?
No.
Spoiler, this game will have hell and blades and
Whoa!
a bunch of two
Whoa!
troll arrive.
What the hell? Thank you so much, Christopher, for 52-month Renos. Much appreciated, McCallum and Optado. Love you, buddy. I don't like the spoiler, though, you sick freak. Thank God I'm not the person who spoiled it. Here I was thinking that was a giga safe example. No, I think that is a safe example, right? But it's a really good example, right? It's a good example of something that a lot of people know is going to happen. Something historical that happened. That just like if I told you right now I was watching the show, I would think that would be a shitty thing for you to spoil that for me. But just like as a casual history fact, like who cares, right? It's like saying Hitler died. Like sure, if I know nothing about, if I somehow know nothing about Hitler or World War II, and I'm like I'm watching this really cool documentary called Mein Kampf or whatever. What's the Hitler movie called again? And then you're like, oh yeah, that's about Hitler, right? And about how he kills himself at the end. You're like, it's like, okay, maybe you shouldn't have said that because obviously I didn't know that. But oh yeah, der Untergang, yeah, right? Like if I'm obvious or not anything about it, then don't spoil it. But otherwise, that's history. Like I can't scream at you about telling me history. But like let's say I'm playing a game about history, right? Let's say I'm playing a game. We're playing a game and it's set in it's set in ancient Poland, and you're like, oh yeah, this is this story here. You're playing this character. He gets decapitated by the end by guillotine in his. That's what happened at the end of his life. I'm like, oh, okay, well, thank you. We were probably gonna learn that in the game, but you know what I mean. That's where I would say the difference is. Incredible film. I haven't seen it. What are you watching currently? I'm watching nothing right now. I just finished watching Free Ren. That's the last show I watched. Very, very good. Like, legitimately close to 10 out of 10. It's constantly recording and saving the last 5 minutes all the time, or how many minutes is it? Yeah, I have to. It shouldn't take up your CPU, though, Cashew. It should only... Shadowplay should only be using your like the one part of your GPU. Or did he? Anyone told you about the dark past of Argentina? The Jedi lies run deep. The Jedi lies. Well, here I go about spoil the next 3 seasons of Fear. And well, you could technically spoil it because I think the anime is only like half the manga or whatever. Very good show though. Would recommend. Let's play video games. The calling party has, but it's also using the SSD for writing into the file. Well, sure, that makes sense.
You must follow.
She knows this place so well.
I love Fear, my God, and the family since a visit from Chris Hansen. I didn't note how it's how it's like one of the perfect examples of like, well, she's technically a 10,000-year-old elf girl.
She loves this place,
Even now,
even after all of that.
she leads the people here.
Really good show though. Really good show. I love that show.
Why does she feel responsible?
She's like you.
It's not a choice.
Your father, was he the leader here?
That's the first anime I've ever watched all the way
Yes.
through.
He was the best of men.
A leader like your father.
Gotta watch that next. I loved it.
Not like your father.
He was just, generous and kind. Too kind.
It's not Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood,
Trusted
but
the
it's
wrong
okay.
person.
Is it ongoing? The first
he was
season. The
betrayed.
first season is out.
Traitor.
Who?
Tried to follow his footsteps.
She wants to keep her people safe.
She has to.
Hearing is amazing. Yeah, I thought it was very good.
She has to carry on for her
Watch
father.
Tatami Galaxy. I mean, I'll put it on my list, but I have some other stuff I'm watching first, but I'll put it on the list. Tatami Galaxy.
What about you, Senua?
I enjoyed the OG Full Metal Alchemist anime more. Well, that might be a hot take, yeah. As do all you, so. Out the manga comes off hiatus. What? The Freerun manga? It's on hiatus? Oh no, my show! No! The only anime I ever liked. Listen, I don't want to enrage all the anime people. Here's the thing: I haven't finished Full Metal Brotherhood Alchemist. I want to, so I can have a good opinion on it. But I genuinely don't understand, like, what's good about it. I genuinely don't understand. Sort of a bit more crazy overall. The ending of Brotherhood was Idilicus. Oh, okay, that's not a... I thought that was a new word. I thought I just learned a new word, but it's just a typo. I was like, oh, new word unlocked. Let me figure out what that means.
Sometimes it's best not to follow too closely.
What do you mean?
Tell her you can trust her.
My father was a leader too, but not like yours.
It's okay, though. However long the hiatus is, might be long for us, but for 300 it'll be the blink of an eye. Good meme. Good reference. That's because you're a soulless homunculi.
Not like you're a monster.
You can lift your burden if you tell her.
I'm really dragging this game out, huh? I think if I didn't yap so much, we could have been done with the game already. Is she gonna...
Something's wrong here.
Not right.
Oh.
It's time for bottling!
Alright.
Get him away from There's no time to feel pain now, so I keep going! What are they made of? Not just strength, she can
What the hell was that? Dude, these fire guns are so obnoxious. Oh, I died. That's my first death. I haven't died before. That's the first time. That was a good animation.
They underestimate you.
What am I supposed to do against that?
So strong. They enjoy killing. Stab him in the heart.
What am I supposed to do against that guy? The manga's definitely hiatus, which is it already was on during production of the anime, so hopefully it's just that, and not something like the manga being sick or whatever. Mangaka? What is the mangaka? Senua's amazing warrior just keeps rolling. She's supposed to be a very good warrior. It only worked on 480p. Oh. Running a crit build. Author. Oh. I hope my favorite anime ever isn't cursed.
Don't think, just fight! It is you or him! Their body's strong like rocks, you have to hit harder!
Four seasons worth of manga for them. Well, I heard that the first season is like a bit over half or something of the manga. But my worry would be that they start padding. I don't want any filler in my. I want no filler in my goddamn free run.
Make them fear you!
We don't do fillers anymore. Yeah, well, I just don't want them. Okay.
There's no time to feel pain now, Senua. Keep going!
Yo, sir. Oh my god, another one of these assholes. Freeze time. Been 8 episodes a lot. Yeah, it felt like a lot. But it was good though.
She left you to fight.
Can't wait to cry. I really liked season 1 of Free Run. It was very good. I missed the 51 episode there. I don't. Yeah, me neither. I was gonna say, Senua was supposed to be a really good Senua was supposed to be a really good warrior because of her mental illness, or the way she sees the world, kind of allowed her to adapt to battle more than other people would, which unironically makes sense. Like that's like a quote unquote real thing, I guess. Like the way someone like Senua might see patterns or might interpret things might be different enough that she actually might be, have better instincts than other people.
Trigger.
We should send the schizophrenic to the army. No, that's not what I said.
Strong.
She knows.
We can.
That's very personal. I tried not to say.
Cannot trust her.
But fighting people is a lot like. Fighting people is a lot about instincts, right? That's how people train themselves, right? Someone that's like a boxer will do the same repetitive moment over and over again, so their response is instinct. They don't have to think about what they're doing, so they're just doing it by instinct. And usually people with the best instincts are people that do the best in fights, right? It's almost like the body just acting automatically to some sort of impulse, basically, right? So if someone has really, really strong instincts for some reason, then that could make them really, really good at something. Did you say Eddie Hall wrecked those two TikTokers at the same time? I don't think the instinct played much of a part. Oh yeah, sure, I saw that. That was really good. I mean, you don't need instinct when you could literally fit those two people inside you. That was so funny. How did they think they could ever win that? How do two little soy boys think they can fight literally one of the strongest men alive? How do they think that would work? I genuinely have no idea how they thought that was gonna work out. In an era where we're using like weapons, like let's say they were fighting him with swords, then maybe they could have a chance, right? Because at that point, their dexterity and speed might work to their benefit. That doesn't help them much when they're just punching, though. When you have to go in close. After he knocked out the first guy, and the second guy pinned and stopped to ask if can I hit him, yeah. That was genuinely so fucking good. I wish we could just put any influencers in the ring with Eddie Hall. I would love that. What is this supposed to be? Like, I mean,
What's happening? Something's happening.
Oh god.
This isn't right.
Let me guess, there's a symbol. Oh wow.
They
What
blocked
does it
your
mean?
path.
Now, is the game going to let me be and let me figure this out myself, or is it going to be glowing red again?
What does it want?
Focus, do
First
it.
on your TikTok contract, you have to survive 3 rounds with Tyson Fury.
It's them.
Oh?
Something to find.
The hidden folk.
What is it?
Oh my god. Oh no. We have to go up into that place again, probably. Oh, we can't do that.
The world has changed.
It's different now.
The rain has stopped.
I can see clearly now, the rain has stopped.
You see?
For people that haven't heard me complain for however long this playthrough has been, for 7 hours or so, one of the problems that I run into is that it feels weird that all the puzzles are so supernatural in this when they were very not supernatural in Hellblade 1. Whereas in Hellblade 1 you could say, oh, this is just Senua like seeing things. Like, oh, she just sees a pattern where there isn't one. And this one is like very, very on the nose. I guess there's a symbol right here, but I'm not sure how to create it. At least they're letting me figure it out, I guess. I saw the solution. I'm resisting the urge to backseat. First of all, you shouldn't need to resist the urge. I'm a sick fuck. I like to fuck. I don't even know if you actually saw the solution. I don't want to sound like I'm struggling for brownie points. Wow, Dualius, you're so good not backseating, man. You're one of my favorite chatters. Oh, wow, man.
Look, there's signs.
She's close, she can feel it.
You can see like they can see.
It must take a lot of effort not to backseat. That sounds a lot less. It sounds less enthusiastic. What do you mean? I'm giving you props. Wow, man, you're not backseating. Oh my god, you're so good at this, man.
Find the next sign.
Find the next.
These are okay.
You have to find a way through.
Quick.
I don't know why we have those things in the air, but sure.
How do you kill the sea giant?
She can't.
She doesn't know its real name.
She needs to know more.
You can only kill it if you find out more.
You can only kill it if you find out more. Stupid girl. How far back do they want me to go for this one? Oh, I guess the stuff is everywhere, huh? Potion seller? I need only your strongest potions. My potions are work for you. Potion seller. I need your strongest potions. Oh. There you go.
She did it.
You did it. You found the path.
I swear to God, if I go down another hidden people tunnel, I'm gonna lose my mind.
We see everything. The hatred in their hearts. Sovereignty was born of this place. We saw it. Seek us again, and we will
Oh no.
find it. Look for us by the sea.
There's no way I'm going through another hidden full cave, right? They're not gonna do that to us, are they? Oh, I missed a tree.
In your lands, traveler, they know that the Kailich, the Hag of Winter, is the one who hurls sleet and snow upon the land. She lives in a sea rock and rules the waves of the roiling winter ocean with her blackthorn staff. She strikes the ground to destroy the shoots of growing green, so the winter will lie long and low on the land.
We're missing three trees. Three trees. Oh look, is that our friend over there? Did abandon us?
Draugar don't usually come this close to the settlement.
The Draugr.
I have to warn them. Your followers too.
They're here as well.
They're not my followers. I just showed them how things could be different.
But they follow you.
She was
I see
weak.
it.
She left us.
Maybe one day I
Don't
can
trust
also
her.
see how things can be different.
You need to find the hidden folk.
Find them.
This could be like a co-op segment where someone else plays the other girl.
You're not coming?
There's something I need to find.
Bardavik is just along the shore.
When are we reacting
I would
today?
say be
I've been smelling food for like legitimately an hour and a half. I have no idea. Soon maybe.
careful of
She
Draugar,
needs to
but
understand.
I see you can
Find
handle
a way.
She can't handle herself.
You are a warrior,
She
Senua.
left as soon as it was hard.
Why did the Draugr come here?
What were they looking for?
Were they following us?
Yes, they must be following us, following you.
What if she brought them here?
How would they be following me if they're ahead of me though? I don't understand
She
that.
is strong.
She dealt with them.
Oh, I see another puzzle. Look at this thing. That cave is gonna get locked. That's gonna be a locked cave.
The world is shut.
Let's change
There we go.
You know that's it.
Yes, focus.
We are the only ones that know the
We are the world.
favor again. Then we will show.
We are the
This is
children.
the price. If you want them to help
You have to find your way to them.
you, what are we looking for?
What's the point of this? Full skybox. Oh, and then I activate that again. Gotcha.
I need to find the right way to look at it. The right way to see. She did. Mist.
We are the world. We are the Senua. Oh.
Yes, she found it.
He found it.
Has drowned. You need us to find it. But you must find us first.
You must find us fast. We can defeat the giants, guys. All we have to do is figure out all their names through magical rituals. And then, once we figure out all the giants' names through magical rituals, then we can defeat them. Now you might ask me, what is stopping anyone else from turning into a giant? Well, nothing. But as long as we write down all their names, like we do in modern times, then we can just defeat them. Just find that, yeah, the birth certificates, yeah. As long as we just keep writing down people's names and how they died, we can be like, alright, let's figure out their names. Then there you go.
See, they said so.
They told you.
Now it's gonna turn out this guy was just some sailor guy, and then he died for tragic reasons, and that's why he's a bad guy now. And then before we take on the giants, for real, we have to wait for Hellblade 3 for that. Because now Senua's main enemy is no longer the gods or slavers, it's giants. It's just like what happened in Hellblade 1 when Senua said, "It's giant killing time." Remember in Hellblade 1 when Senua said, "You're a giant, pain in my ass."
Find the symbol.
That was a good moment, I like that.
And you are
Oh. Was there a way through there? Maybe? Yeah, so a secret location. How far does this go, well? It feels like they got more ambitious with like the size of their areas, but then you kind of have to be like, but why? Like why did we need to be more ambitious with the area size?
It's close.
Then, make it happen.
Yes. Second sign.
Like if there was one takeaway from Hellblade 1, if I had one takeaway, it wasn't. I wish the areas were a little bit bigger, so I had to run around more for the puzzles.
She needs to understand.
If you want to kill him, you need to know.
They can help her understand.
Get up. There it is.
Get up, stand up for your right. I'm smelling food again. Get up, stand up. Senua wants to fight.
How the giant came to be.
How did he come to be?
Come to be?
What is his story?
You need to know the truth. She needs to know the truth.
You have to find it out.
What is the truth?
The giant. Maybe he needs you.
So many truths.
Yeah! Hey, there we go.
One can help Senua.
It's rack
She
time.
should just help herself.
I'm just gonna finish this puzzle first. Okay, almost done with the game.
Scalds say Grettir, wounded by Sather, was not.
Wait, I can't even. I gotta stand here and listen to that. I was hoping I could, like, walk to the next puzzle location, but I guess that's illegal.
The Scalds say Grettir, wounded by Sather.
I'm so sleepy, but I have to see the ending. Well, I'm gonna go eat some food, so.
For his enemies to defeat him. Under cover of night, Thorbjorn and his men attacked his shelter. They tried to disarm him, but he clung so firmly to his sword, Kar's loom, that they had to cut off his arm to get it free. Then they used his sword to cut off his head, and the land's mightiest outlaw was dead.
Nice. Haven't you almost been up for 24 hours at this point? Or are you like 4 hours away or something? Yeah, 20 hours, yeah. To be fair, I've done that a couple of times too. I had to stay awake for the market to open. I had to stay awake, man. It's not like I wanted to play video games or something, man. Okay, before I go inside, I'm gonna go grab element. I'm gonna go grab my food, and we'll eat some food, and then we'll get to what I assume is the end of the game. Because we only have one rune left. So I mean, unless
be able to see.
unless like the last half of the game has no runes in it or whatever, we should be literally by the end.
She has to trust.
I guess we defeat this giant and then something happens. But yeah, I'm gonna be away real quick, grab some food, and then we will do back streaming for probably like 20 minutes, 30 minutes. That apparently looks just like Logan, so yeah. If that sounds like something that you would enjoy participating in, then you know, a new puppy, yeah, yes. A new puppy that might be on Saturday. We don't have pictures. I don't have pictures. I heard about this puppy literally like 2 hours ago. I don't have any pictures to share with you, unfortunately. What's that? Ethan just yell when the game was paused? Did he just yell when the game was paused? Did he just go, oh? Reading subtitles isn't even that hard. I think we just have to strive as society to be okay with reading subtitles. I have drugs. Never mind. I'm good.
The center of the target's called the bullseye. If you land a dart there, it's called the bull. I know because I looked up the rules online last night.
Listen, I'm gonna need someone to edit a dart into my hand, and like I'm throwing it, okay? Someone do that for me real quick. Just edit the dart into my hand, and make it look realistic too, you know, like. What is that sick psychopath doing on the camera there? This is the guy you guys watch? You guys watch that sick psychopath in the corner? What is this clip? What, I just speed up this thing? Okay, ma'am, I have some good news and some bad news. It's slim pickings at this time of day. Oh, that's fair. That's fair. I would not watch that sick psychopath, though. That guy looks like a serial killer. Holy crap, yeah. Listen, that was good. I mean, it was followed by me doing, like, basically the exact same thing right before. Who plays Super Mario 64 in this day and age, you know what I'm saying? Okay, react stream while eating. Let's go look what we have in store. Well, this game is killing my computer, huh? I'm currently using 98% of my GPU while the game is paused. Is this supposed to be like that? How is it using this much of the GPU while the game is paused? What if I look down? Let me look into the ground. Oh, it's just. Oh, yeah, that worked. Nice. Spotting some shit schizo coins on the side. Look at now, fix my problem. Perfect. Great. I'm playing this game on like kind of low settings. Like I have some settings on low, and it's still using a lot of resources. Let's see. Yo. We are watching a SERP video called GoPro Awards Aerobatic Plane Dance in 4K. Let's wait 2 minutes. I'm also making food. There's no shot you're just gonna be 2 minutes though. Okay, we'll watch one lockpicking lore video. I'll watch one lockpicking lore video. Okay. Wait, this video is only 2 minutes. This video is only 2 minutes, you sick freak. World's best FPV drone shot. Extreme mountain biking. Yeah, my computer is really like... Oh, it's back up to 80% use. Is this an ad?
Som Coop-medlem får du 50% rabatt på bleier hos Cooprix.
Nice.
Bli med i Hellspin, din hotteste spillplattform. På en episk velkomstpakke opptil 4.000 kroner.
Hey, it's a gambling advertisement, guys. I'm advertising gambling to children.
Pluss
What the hell?
150 gratis spinn.